Located in the military neighborhood of Urca in the city of Rio de Janeiro, you can find the ticket booth and entrance for the Sugarloaf cable car ride. But if you're trying to save some money, all you gotta do is walk towards the beach in front of the military building here on your left. As you can see in the video, follow this path along the route to find the Urca Hill hike, because the first hill or mountain in the Sugarloaf mountain cable cars is the Urca Hill, and the larger mountain or hill is Sugarloaf. So if you just walk through the military parking lot here in front of the beach, you'll find a sign with a trail headed towards the hike, the Urca Hill hike. Notice, to pay attention to snakes and things of that, because you are walking in the jungle. Hours of operations are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I think daily, for the access to this hike. Along the way, you'll find some great views. So a little information about the hike. The hike is free, so you don't have to pay for any access to the hike hill. So once you actually make it, the Urca Hill hike takes about 40 to 45 minutes, depending on your age and athleticism. It's not too bad of a hike. It'll take you about 40 minutes, and once you get to the top of Urca Hill, you can get access to the tourist area there that the first cable car ride would take you to. And if you don't want to hike back down Urca Hill, you can actually pay 20 reais for a cable car ride back down, and students and seniors can pay 10 reais. So that's pretty cool. You can save some money if you do want to ride the cable cars. And if you want to access Sugarloaf from Urca Hill, since you already hiked it, you'll only pay 50 reais to get to the Sugarloaf. So you can cut the price in half by hiking Urca Hill. So that's good to know. Not everyone knows that. Here's the beginning of the actual hike in the jungle part here of Brazil. A lot of people hike it. A lot of local people hike. As you can see, there's some natural assistance with rocks and things in the hill to get up, and then they've built some stairs and attached this rope to get up this rock on this part of the hill. It was a little wet that day, so this came in handy. Yeah, you kind of see it all out there as far as what you would think you would see in the jungle in Brazil. You see monkeys, different types of birds, many different insects, a lot of plants and trees, and so it's really cool views, and kind of feels good to just be in the woods sometimes. Over here was a cool little rock stairwell, a natural staircase, so that was cool. They did a really good job, whoever, with building these stairs using, wood from the jungle here. But as you can see, it's not that difficult of a hike, but you definitely do get a nice little workout, and you do got to watch your step out there, especially in wetter conditions, because you can easily slip and fall, and that wouldn't be fun.
Look at this. So lazy.
So I was trying to
What?
give a little motivation to Val, and she encouraged me back with a middle finger. But yeah, as you can see, it's awesome out there. But definitely taking a little break, looking at my sweat, and yeah, I was feeling it. I believe there's 5 phases to the hike, and they got signs posted, like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, and obviously phase 5 is when you make it to the top of Urca Hill. But they got some cool observation decks along the way. I think this was at phase 3, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, phase 3, there was a cool little observation deck overlooking part of the Urca neighborhood and the beach and ocean area. So we're just walking along, getting to approaching that deck right here. So these were the views from this observation deck. It's kind of congested with branches and trees, but it was still pretty cool just to get a view of it. A nice little break from the hike. And then back to the grind, you know. Yeah, these areas seem to be a little more challenging. The more natural stairways, because you got ruts and stones and all that. And finally we made it to phase 5, the top of Urca Hill. Here's the entrance to get into the tourist area of Urca Hill, where you can find a tattoo shop, restaurants, beverages, bathrooms, ticket booth if you want to go to the next mountain, Sugarloaf, and or the ticket booth to go if you don't feel like taking the hike back down, to take the cable car down to the entrance in the Urca neighborhood. So yeah, you just get some awesome views up here of Rio de Janeiro, all over different parts of the city. This is overlooking the Urca neighborhood where you actually start, and the beach is there. Yeah, with anything, it's always in person a lot more beautiful to see. You know, footage and pictures only do so much, only capture so much. But as you can see, a huge skyline along the mountains here. It's a beautiful city. Lots to do, lots to experience. And you just don't really find cities like this with views that Rio de Janeiro has to offer. Locals, tourists, whatever. And there goes the Sugarloaf Mountain, the highest part of these 2 hills and the tourist spots that the cable cars go to. As you're seeing here goes the cable car ride from Urca Hill to Sugarloaf Mountain. And as I was saying, you can pay 50 reais from here compared to, I don't know the actual full price, but it's probably about half what the full price would be to catch a cable car ride to both hills. Just another view of, you know, the Sugarloaf Mountain and the Urca neighborhood. So a lot to see, a lot to do up there. But like I said, plenty of restaurants. There's a tattoo shop. There's plenty of places to take your selfies, take pictures. They got statues of some of the people who created this cable car ride system, I believe. You can take pictures with, or just people famous in the Rio de Janeiro area. This was cool. It kind of had like a bee home, so there was like 5 different little bee houses, you know, where you can kind of walk in the bee garden and take a look. And we decided to take the hike back down, so this was us putting in work, burning some calories. Gotta make room for the McDouble later. As you can see, it gets pretty tricky in some areas on the way down because it's easier as far as exerting energy, but the wet conditions in certain areas made it a little more challenging, especially with just running shoes on. But overall, it's not a hard hike. It's fairly challenging. Just certain areas are a little more challenging. They've obviously made it. Take the stress load off with these types of stairs that they built in and things like that. And I think here we're approaching the bottom. So yeah, we finished the hike up and down. Awesome experience. And this is just more footage of the Urca neighborhood with the military building there on your left. And here's a view of the beach and Sugarloaf and Urca Hill. So it was awesome experience. So if you want to save some money, I suggest give it a shot if you're into hiking and want to walk through a part of the jungle in Brazil. Thank you for viewing.